Yo, this is Tone Bell, comedian, actor. You see me on Disjointed, and I got some movies coming out. But right now I'm at Z104 in Virginia Beach. Check us out, Facebook, everywhere. Z104 Live.
I got my man Tone Bell in the house. Yeah. So, man, dude, I haven't seen you in like a year now.
Yeah, it's been like a year and a half.
Great. So, what have you been doing?
Man, a lot of stuff. So I did 3 movies last year, 2 going to festivals, 1 going to theaters. My first theatrical release.
Sure.
So like I'm very excited about that. That comes out in August, and it's called Dog Days. Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries and Vanessa Hudgens, Eva Longoria, Rob Corddry, my man Finn from Stranger Things.
Sure.
Adam Pally. So it's gonna be it's like a Love Actually meets Must Love Dogs. So it's like a nice romantic comedy.
Very
so
cool.
I'm playing like the lead guy in that. So like I'm like starring in the movie.
This is it.
Yeah. So that's coming out soon. And then Disjointed, Lip Sync Battle, and then I just picked up a new pilot for CBS. So that's big, man. And working on. We'll see if I get these 2 next movies. Like I should be getting the phone call any day now, but it looks like it's gonna work out. But man, I just I've been out here at Hollywood grinding. On the road. My Showtime special will be at the summer.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And one of the things that was that was big for you, which is they always say that when you go from comedy and then doing serious, and Disjointed really gave you a role to be both serious and funny.
Yeah.
And you tackled. And I think the people in this town will connect to it because you played a veteran.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest Navy town
in the world, yeah.
And I think that's what people were talking about here, you playing a veteran and dealing with coming back from service,
yeah.
Iraq, and the way that you played that. So Disjointed was, it gave him a chance to play so many different roles. Do you think that that's what opened up the movies for you?
Yeah, a lot of people are like everybody goes, directors and producers go, can he go there? And then that it definitely people are like, oh wow, you can.
Is he just a pretty face?
You can do this. It was weird because like there were a bunch of times where like especially like 2 or 3 of the darker scenes where like I gave it to them fully, and they were like the whole crew was crying, and like even Kathy starts crying. Like it's a trip, and they were like, okay, that may be like too much. Can we scale it back? Can we do one more take and scale it back a little bit? Because like
really?
it was like so they didn't even air the one of the ones that were like so it was because it was one of the things where like I didn't know a lot about. I knew what it was, but didn't know how it affected people. And so I was like, man, I'm not doing this unless I talk to some veterans. Man, it's like I'm not gonna go out there playing like I know what it is and then mess it up.
Right.
And so I did a bunch of research, watching documentaries, and they had like 4 Green Berets come in and like talk to me and the experiences and stuff, just so I could like feel it out. And a lot of veterans have been coming up. I mean, we've been on the road for months now after the show, after we finished wrapping the second 10 episodes. And I mean, so many veterans come out and say thank you, and I'm like, man, trust me, like I'm just glad I got it right.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is way easier than what you're doing.
Right.
So like the fact that you're here and you can say that, and it's a weed show, so like it's about a dispensary, and we were in where were we?
Oakland.
We were in Oakland, and like these like group of veterans started their own like farm, like the grow farm, and they brought me so much weed. They brought
Thank you.
They brought. They like,
come with gifts.
just in a brown paper bag, like, hey man, this is from us. And I was like, what is it? And I look at it, it's just like 4 jars and
There was so much weed, we tipped the Uber driver with weed. Like, hey man, we don't have cash.
I don't have any cash. Here's the joint. And he was having a bad day, you could tell. He was just like, man, I don't feel like driving today. And then like let us out the car. And I was like, man, I don't have any cash, but here's a joint. He goes, man, you don't know what this means.